What is up, y'all? Sorry for the setup. I'm literally set up on this Bluetooth speaker I got from Temu. It's actually a very good speaker, actually, but it has a phone holder on it, which is what I'm sitting in right here. But I just got to make sure I don't tilt it all the way back, or else, it might fall back and like that. So I got to be very careful. But sorry, it's been a while. The holidays were really busy. I went on vacation. And then whenever I got back, my birthday was coming up, and so was returning to college for the second semester. So I apologize for all that. It's just been a little rough, but I'm getting back into it. But I have a collection update for y'all. I got 3 records, 1 cassette tape, and let me count them real quick. 11 CDs for y'all. So I'm gonna start off with the cassette tape because it's just one. So I'm gonna explain where I got these. So the cassette tape and the CDs I got at a record store in Carbondale, Illinois, Plaza Records. Go check them out in Carbondale, Illinois. I went there after school because I got out a little bit early because it was just my first day back. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give myself a late birthday present. Yeah, I turned 21 on Monday. Yay me, I guess. But I did it as like a late birthday present to myself, and I just bought myself some CDs and a cassette tape. And the 3 records I got a while back. I got them like, I want to say about a month ago, probably. I got them at a local pawn shop. A little overpriced, not gonna lie, but I was like, you know what, I got money. And so I was like, what the hell. But anywho, I'm going to start off with the cassette tape, then I'm going to go to the records, then I'm going to go to the CDs. So first of all, for the cassette tape, it is Dangerous Toys' self-titled debut album. This is like a really good, it's kind of glam metal, but it's also kind of just more straightforward heavy metal. Only costed $4, which is pretty good. Yeah, some people might probably not do that, but I just leave the price tags on them because, I really don't care. Personally, I don't think it ruins the thing. As long as the music is there and as long as it plays good, that's all that matters in my opinion. If it was a damaged cassette tape case or whatever, then I would replace it, but the cassette tape itself is good, so I don't care about the price stickers. It don't ruin it for me, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so this is a really good just mix of glam metal, hard rock, a little bit of just regular heavy metal. Good songs in here. Take Me Drunk's a really good song. Sportin' a Woody, and Queen of the Nile is definitely my favorite. I love that Queen of the Nile. I just it's really good stuff. Came out in 1989, I believe. Yes, and this is a pretty good album, pretty underrated glam metal band. Again, like I said, it's kind of like a Dawkins situation where they are kind of glam metal, but then they're kind of more of just straightforward heavy metal, hard rock kind of. But yeah, very good album. Definitely check out Dangerous Toys' self-titled debut. And then next I'm going to get into the records. First off, I got, y'all can make fun of me for this all you want, but I don't give a shit. Rascal Flatts Greatest Hits Volume 1. It is a double disc, double vinyl. I do like country, mostly older country. I'm not a big fan of newer country, but whenever I say newer country, I mean bands from the last 25 years to now. And this band was from 1999. I'm pretty sure most of you know who Rascal Flatts is. Life is a Highway, their cover that was featured on Cars, and they got some other good songs. But I really enjoy Rascal Flatts. They're probably one of the only newer country artists / bands that I really like. I mostly prefer old country. I'm a big fan of George Strait, Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Hank Williams Jr., Chris Christopherson, Hank Williams Sr., all the oldies. But I definitely enjoy Rascal Flatts a lot, especially this is a perfect compilation right here. Of course, it's got their cover of Life is a Highway, which is probably their most well-known song. It was featured in the Pixar movie Cars in 2006. Other great songs I love What Hurts the Most, My Wish. One that's not on here that I really like though is I like The Sound of That. It's not on here though, which is really unfortunate. I think it's on volume 2 though, because this is only volume 1, so there's a volume 2 of this. But yeah, there's a lot of good songs on here. I need to get volume 2 though. So yeah, Rascal Flatts Greatest Hits Volume 1. Then next up, I got Purple by Stone Temple Pilots. My second favorite album from them, and my first being Core, which I've shown in the video before. I got it on vinyl. That's on like a red colored vinyl, and this one is on a kind of has like blue and white with it. This is Atlantic Records. Favorite song on here is probably Vaseline. Interstate Love Song is really great. And so is Army Ants. There's a lot of good songs on here. And also, I love that album cover. I don't know why. That album cover always just, I don't know. It's fun to look at, I guess. And then the last for the records before I move on to the CDs is License to Ill by Beastie Boys, which is on a clear, like, white vinyl. Yeah, this is a really good album. My favorite songs on here are they're two of the most popular songs in this album, so whatever. But I really enjoy No Sleep Till Brooklyn and Fight for Your Right. But I mean, this whole album, like this right here is one of the best easily top 10 best hip hop albums of all time, even though it's not strictly hip hop. It's a good mix of like hip hop, punk, and like hard rock, with a little bit of heavy metal thrown into the mix a little bit, especially on No Sleep Till Brooklyn, that guitar solo. But yeah, that's a really good album. Phenomenal. Love it. Definitely my favorite Beastie Boys album besides Paul's Boutique. Okay, next up, I'm going to get into the CDs, which I have 11 of. First of all, first of it is going to be Rock or Bust by AC/DC. It's one of those lenticular covers. But the reason I was excited to get this was because I only needed one more album to complete my AC/DC collection on CD of all their studio albums. And they have 17. And this was the last one I needed, and I couldn't find it anywhere. But this was the only AC/DC album that Plaza Records had, and I was like, this is the only one I needed. And in $6.99, I'm like, I'm taking it. I've bought some CDs from there before. There was a video I made years ago, back in 2019, probably late 2019, and my first 22 CDs I ever bought to start my collection actually came from Plaza Records. So shout out to them. If you're ever in the Carbondale, Illinois area, check them out. They're great. But oh, that's cool. So this lenticular cover, I'm moving it up, and as I move it up, it's like you guys probably won't. Yeah, look at that. It breaks. Rock or Bust. But yeah. It's not their greatest album, honestly. I'd probably put it like in the lower maybe discography, but good songs on here. Baptism by Fire is a really good song. Sweet Candy and the title track are really good. It's an okay album. I don't hate any AC/DC albums actually, but there's some of them that I just find okay, and this is like one of them. It's like in the more bottom tier, but it's still good. But yeah, that completes my AC/DC collection on CD of all 17 of their studio albums, which is great because now I don't gotta worry. Next up, I'm going to show you. This was in the 99-cent area, and I'm glad it was, but the CD case is beat to shit, so I need to replace it. But it is Seal's first album. I do like Seal, the musician, a lot. And my favorite song is Kiss from a Rose, but I don't have that CD. I do have the Batman Forever soundtrack, which that song is on, but it's the shortened version, which I'm not a fan of. So I need to get the actual album. But this is Seal's first album, his debut album, simply just called Seal. But there's two songs I really like on here, and that's Killer and Crazy, especially Crazy. Sometimes I'll just sing to myself. I'll just be like, but we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. I just like to sing myself that song every now and then. Violet's a good song. It's just nice, like good, like, I don't know, it's like pop, a little bit of R&B, a little bit of smooth, like soul kind of. Don't really know how to describe it, but it's really good music. Definitely check out Seal if you guys have never checked them out before. Next up is going to be, this was a cheaper one. This one was $10, but it's a 2-disc and it's a digipack, like fold out, but it's Hardwired to Self-Destruct by Metallica. Definitely not my favorite Metallica album. It's in the lower range, but after this I only need Saint Anger, because even though that album's trash, I'm trying to go for a full studio album discography for Metallica. And I have all of them besides Saint Anger now. So I didn't have this for the longest time, but I finally have it now. And I was like, for $10, I'll buy it. Even though it's not my favorite, some songs that, like, the songs I really like on here are the title track Hardwired, which is pretty good. Atlas Rise is decent. Moth into Flame is probably my favorite. And then I also love Spit Out the Bone is pretty good. The other songs on here, though, are just kind of they're okay. You know, it's not a horrible album, but it's okay. So yeah, Hardwired to Self-Destruct by Metallica. All I need left now is Saint Anger to complete my Metallica studio album collection. Unless they release another one, who knows? I don't know. They take a while to release albums in between, so who knows? Next up is this is the only studio album I actually have by them now that I think about it. It's just that it's kind of hard to find some of their other albums. I don't really like buying albums online a whole lot. Sometimes I will, but I prefer to actually like go and like pick them up. You know, I like looking through, you know, the stuff. But this is Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Probably my third favorite album. My first favorite would definitely be Stadium Arcadium. Second would probably be Blood Sugar Sex Magic, and then Californication, number 3. Around the World is which is not to be confused with Daft Punk. Around the World's a great song. Scar Tissue. Other Side is definitely my favorite on here. The title track is really good. Pretty much all the songs in here are really good in my opinion. So yeah, Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then next up I have Metal Health by Quiet Riot. I do have this on cassette tape, and I wanted to get it on CD. This is a really good album, just like good old heavy metal. Fun fact, this was actually the first heavy metal album to go #1 on the Billboard 200, so that's a little fun fact. Obviously, their most notable song is their cover of Come On Feel the Noise, and Come is spelled C-U-M. But yeah, Come On Feel the Noise. I do like the original by Slade, but Quiet Riot's rendition of Come On Feel the Noise is definitely superior. Just like a nice, good heavy metal song. Metal Health, Bang Your Head is a really good song. Thunderbird is good. So yeah, this whole album is really good. Phenomenal heavy metal record from 1983. If you haven't checked this out, check it out. And then next up, I got 2 by the same band. I only have one of their albums, or like one of their studio albums on CD. But I got Led Zeppelin 1 and Led Zeppelin 2. I'm a huge Led Zeppelin fan, one of the most influential bands of all time, and just music in general, but especially rock music and hard rock. Like, just so good. It's so good. Especially, like, Led Zeppelin 1 is great. Listen, I love, like, Good Times, Bad Times, and Dazed and Confused, and Your Time Is Gonna Come, and Communication Breakdown. Great album, great start, actually, and I love that cover. But Led Zeppelin 2 is where it's at. Whole Lot of Love, and the Lemon Song, and Heartbreaker. Oh, man, especially Whole Lot of Love. Whole Lot of Love is one of the best guitar riffs of all time. Just that. Just, it's phenomenal. I love it. And then, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just phenomenal. If you're not a fan of Led Zeppelin, I will literally fight you. I have no problem kicking your ass. Yeah, and if you're wondering what the other album I have by them is, I have Led Zeppelin 4. So, I want to get all their studio albums, but if I can get Led Zeppelin 1 through 4, or, yeah, 1 through 4, then I'd be pretty happy. So I just need Led Zeppelin 3. Next up, I already have this album, but I got Joe Satriani's Surfing with the Alien, but the version I have is it's the remastered reissue version from 2019, and it's got the reissue cover. So this is the original album cover, and if it looks familiar, that's because it's clearly the Silver Surfer from Marvel, but I believe they issued like a copyright claim, and so he had to do like the remastered like reissue cover where it's just like a silver guitar. Still a cool cover, but I saw this, and I don't know how rare this is, but or if it's rare at all, but I was like, I need to pick up the original. So yeah, I got the original Surfing with the Alien with the original album cover. I like doing that. If it has like different album covers, I like to get both versions. But yeah, this is definitely good. It was only $6.99. So yeah, and this is a great album. Obviously, the title track is probably like one of his most well-known songs, if not his most well-known song. It's my personal favorite. I also love Satch Boogie and Ice Nine, and Always With Me, Always With You is like a nice ballad. Definitely my favorite like instrumental album of all time, phenomenal. And he was also the guitar teacher for Kirk Hammett from Metallica, Alex Skolnick from Testament, and Steve Vai, for those of you who didn't know. So, very influential guy. Without him, there wouldn't be a lot of others. So yeah, definitely check this album out if you haven't. We're down to my last 3 CDs. So these ones are going to be more like classic, like stuff that your grandma would probably listen to, I guess you could say. But good stuff though. First one, or the next one I should say, is Tom Petty's Full Moon Fever. This album is definitely mostly known for Free Fallin', which is a great song. You're So Bad, which is spelled Y-E-R. You're So Bad is a really good song, and Running Down a Dream. Tom Petty was a really good musician. Very sad that he died, and he was kind of youngish when he died. He was only 66 years old. He died from an overdose, which is really sad. But he was a phenomenal musician, and his music lives on in fans like myself. So yeah, definitely check this out if you haven't, and just check out Tom Petty in general. Next up, I have the very best of The Who, aka called My Generation. The Who is a pretty good band. Obviously, like, some of my favorites are the song My Generation. Baba O'Reilly is a little overplayed, but still pretty good. Pinball Wizard and Behind Blue Eyes are really good. Just really good. Even though Behind Blue Eyes, funny enough, Behind Blue Eyes is not on here. But that's probably my favorite song. So yeah, definitely check out The Who if you haven't. They're a pretty good band. And then lastly, for my collection update, I have 20th Century Masters, the Best of 38 Special. Pretty good, nice, like, classic rock band. I know they also did Southern rock, but then they kind of steered away from that to do more just, like, classic rock sound. Hold On Loosely and Caught Up in You are probably their 2 most well-known songs, and those are 2 of my favorites. Back Where You Belong and Somebody Like You are also great. There's a lot of good songs on here. So, yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this collection update. If you did, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, leave a comment if you'd like. And again, sorry about the big gap in videos. Just life's been a little crazy, with college and holidays happening and stuff. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, yeah, love y'all. Peace out.